Hi folks, this is All the Fruit, and if you know me, you know I'm crazy for fruit. And if you watch my channel regularly, maybe you know that I'm particularly crazy for mangoes. And there are no better mangoes for an acceptable price in Germany than the European mangoes. As you can see, I cannot even show them all of those mangoes anymore. Like spread out, but I have to show you the boxes. Yeah, for the last 3 weeks I've been buying, I don't know, I'm sure well over 100 mangoes. I already made a couple videos with a lot of mangoes in them, and all those mangoes are gone, they're all eaten. And this is not even my only stash. I have a second one in my cottage. This is just what I have in my apartment. And no, I'm not even a fruitarian. I swear I eat cooked foods too. I'm just a vegetarian. But when the Spanish mango season starts, I am just, I'm hooked, I'm addicted. I cannot. Right now, well, the first 2 weeks, actually the season must have been going on for over a month now. The first 2 to 2.5 weeks, the quality of most mangoes was very bad. And then I just bought the good ones. But now I really have to be careful because there are so many good mangoes in German supermarkets. Yeah, I cannot even buy all the good ones anymore, which is normal. I mean, you are not supposed to buy everything that's in a supermarket, everything of one single produce. But for some time I did buy all the good mangoes in all supermarkets which had European mangoes in the city of Heidelberg. I was traveling around for hours every day. Well, and all those mangoes I bought are Ostin. Why? Well, there are several varieties grown in Europe on a commercial scale. Recently, places like Italy on the island of Sicily or Greece on the island of Crete started growing mangoes on a commercial scale, but I guess maybe some have arrived in very expensive German shops, although they are almost not exporting them. But one country that has had a sizable mango production for decades in Europe is Spain. And not in some little remaining colonies somewhere, but those are all grown on the European continent. And Spain produces several different mango varieties, but basically what arrives here is Ostin, and I'm not complaining. They are very sweet, very tasty, and also pretty aromatic for a mango on the Western market. And since they are all one variety, they are technically all clones, so they should all be the same. Well, there are some slight differences. Some are bigger, some are smaller. For German supermarkets, they usually pack mangoes of average size. So Ostin can get, I guess, over a kilogram. Yeah, sometimes I found mangoes which were over a kilogram. And they can also get smaller than those, but in Germany we get those average ones. See here I cut into two which were not completely ripe, so I'm letting them to get fully ripe. Yeah, Ostin, well, this is a smallish one. Usually they have a bit of a tip on one side, a little bit like the Pico de Loro, but the Pico de Loro has a much bigger tip. That's why it's called parrot's beak. The tip on the Ostin is much smaller, but it's there pretty much on every mango. Actually, last week I found a batch of mangoes. There must be somewhere around here. Did I bring them here or did I bring them to the cottage? Where the tip was more expressed. I even wanted to make a video about them, but then I noticed, okay, it's a little bit too much making too many videos about Ostin. I cannot find them. Either I ate them all or they're at the cottage. Well, there was basically, there were a lot where this tip was much bigger and much pointier. But this mango here is different. Here is the typical Ostin tip. See? This little bump here. But what is this? Quite interesting. Well, fruits, even if they are named variety, this variety, a named and registered variety should be very distinct from other varieties and should not have a lot of diversity within the variety. And also Ostin mangoes, they usually, they cover this pretty well. only size-wise there is quite a difference. Like I've seen small Austin mangoes which were sold quite cheaply in Spain. Yeah, which were pretty small. I've only seen very small ones they don't even harvest. I'm not sure if they are really Austin or if they are some from the rootstock. That would probably make them some Gomera mangoes. But yeah, Austin have a certain size difference. Also a certain difference in shape. Like look, this is a little bit more flattish. Well, this one, for example, is a little bit more elongated. But yeah, they all look pretty much the same. But what is this? This is not normal for any mango variety I know. This is not even normal for the jungle mangoes. For the wild jungle mangoes in Borneo, which are a lot of different species. And usually mangoes which are very unusual will just get thrown out in the sorting facilities, which basically every big cooperativa in Spain has. Well, this one I guess escaped this because they thought it's still the proper size and it's still basically the proper shape. So they left this mango with this tip. So what is this? I would say that it's a twin, a Siamese twin. Must have been two, I don't know, two ovaries on the same flower or two flowers fusing. I don't know, but I think that this is just the second mango. And that this is the tip of the second mango, which is more pronounced because this second mango is less developed in general. So I think those are two mangoes which fused. Now, let's see. I mean, I'm quite curious about all those strange, mutations or fusions in plants. Maybe you remember the triple banana I found in Tenerife. Now let's see if there's a second pit here, a second seed, or maybe if there are two fused seeds. That would be a proof for my idea that those are actually two mangoes. Nice and ripe, that's good. Okay, sorry folks, I know that I should basically rather put this on a stand and maybe make some angle where you can actually see my face, where here's my face, but I think it will most probably be not on focus because I cannot see. But yeah, now I'm holding the phone in one hand and cutting the mango with the other hand, and this is a little bit difficult. Okay, now I should have cut through both of them, and now I'm quite interesting. Okay, there is a small rotten piece. Maybe because of this old wound here. Interesting. So on the outside, the wound is, well, it's visible, but I wouldn't have thought it's a problem. But on the inside, as you can see, starts consuming the mango. Well, this is not the second seed. This is just the part in the middle I didn't cut. But there is something hard in here. Maybe here you can see the trace of the first seed, and here trace of the second seed. Let's maybe cut a bit deeper. Look at that. Yep, they're actually two different seeds. So my theory about the twin mango is correct. Let me maybe try and extract the second seed. Yep, the seeds are not fused together. Here we are, extracting the second smaller seed. It's just a sliver. Look at that. I wonder if it was joined with the bigger seed. This is the big seed, but the problem is that there is also this rotten part here, so I'm not sure, but this could be the spot where they were joined. Those conjoined twins also have conjoined seeds. Let me try to clean this teeny tiny seed. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, clearly a second, although undeveloped seed. I cannot break it. Would like to see if there is some piece of some embryo inside. Usually those Austin, they have quite a big seed, but there is quite a small embryo inside. You can even feel this when you are chewing on the seed, and you can feel that it's not filling the complete fruit. But yeah, this small underdeveloped seed, quite interesting. I don't think I've ever had this. I don't think I've ever had conjoined mangoes. Conjoined cherries and plums are quite common. I've also had apples. Pineapples are also quite common because they are not a single fruit but an inflorescence. But never a mango before. So folks, now I'll finish my video and continue eating my mango stash, because Austin, I already said they are very aromatic, but when they get overripe, this flavor actually becomes a bit disgusting, reminding me of those jungle mangoes in Borneo, which might have very good taste but disgusting flavor. The problem is that the taste of the Austin mangoes also becomes kind of disgusting. There are mango varieties, when they are overripe, they are perfect. But Austin, they need to be perfectly ripe. You can eat them when they are a bit underripe, but eating them when they are overripe is a bit of a challenge. So folks, yeah, there is quite a challenge for me to finish all those Austin mangoes. So stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos. Maybe no more mango, maybe no more Austin mango videos this year. But a lot more fruit videos from the great supermarkets of Germany. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.